Good morning, everyone, and welcome to my podcast. My name is Lynette. Today we're going to talk about doing things for the right reason. I know in the past we've covered finding your niche, and when you do find that niche, you want to make sure you're doing it for God, for yourself, and whatever recognition you get on top of that is wonderful. But that shouldn't be the reason that we do it or buy it or talk about it. You know, sometimes we do things to impress others and it diminishes the pleasure that you have in your heart for the particular thing you're doing. When you're using your God-given talents to perform a duty, a task, whether it involves being a parent or being an actress and everything in between, it doesn't matter. The point is that you do it because it makes you happy and you're doing the best job you can do. When you tell other people because you want kudos from others, it kind of diminishes what you hold in your heart. For example, when your children have done something good, have gotten an award, and your first tendency is to want to tell the neighbors or friends. You can tell friends that have your back, friends that are happy for you. But who you really should be telling is your children. You should tell them how proud you are of them. And when you do something for the wrong reason because you think it's going to make somebody else happy, there's a lot of pressure involved. And when you stop doing that, when you say, I'm going to do it because I'm good at it, it's my calling, you're doing it for the right reasons. And whatever recognition you get is great. However, the important thing is that you're doing it for the right reasons and you feel good about it within yourself. I know in the past I've talked about this, probably in 1 or 2 episodes, when I worked at a major hotel near a major airport. I was a front desk cashier, so I got to meet a lot of the people coming in from the airport, and I loved it. Then I was offered an office position, which was definitely a step up, and I kept wavering back and forth if I should take it or not. And one of the reasons, I would say probably a very strong reason why I wanted to take it, was because I thought that my dad would think it was a good thing. And now I realize that is exactly the wrong reason you do anything. You do it because it makes you happy. You don't deliberately try to hurt anyone by any means. And it's wonderful to be recognized for a job well done. But we've all heard this saying when people are applying for a new job or they're wanting to buy something, whatever, they'd say, I don't want to jinx it. And to me, I don't really think it jinxes it. I think when you tell people about something, about the desires of your heart, it kind of diminishes it. For example, if you buy a new car and you love being in that car and you love playing the radio loud and it just makes you happy, that's wonderful. That's the right reason. If you bought that car to impress somebody else, that is the wrong reason. So in life, I have learned and I believe that when we do things, we do it for the right reason. I feel you do it for God. You do it for yourself. And always, no matter what the job is, no matter what you're doing, you do the best you can do without expecting recognition from anybody else. But if somebody recognizes it, and believe me, the right people will. They might not be the people that you think you want to know that you've done something well. But the right people that need to know, they will know. And you will be recognized for your efforts. And that's all that matters. So with that being said, Keep walking forward into the color you want to paint your world. Keep your priorities straight. It's okay to glance at the past, but don't stare. All of that comes into play. I was listening to a country song. Anyway, title was What Ifs. And life is pretty much that way. And in this particular song, it says, what if the world stops turning? What if the sun stops burning? What if the sky falls in? We can't be afraid to take steps forward because of the what ifs, because then you're not living your life. So don't let the what ifs stop you from doing whatever your endeavors are, but just make sure you're doing it for the right reasons. Getting back to telling people what you want to do, putting it out there because of your ego, basically, and then that pressure of the what ifs. What if I don't get it? What if? Then there is a lot of pressure on you. You feel more disappointed in yourself. But if you know within your heart that you're truly good at something and you give it your best and you don't get it, then that just means it wasn't meant to be. God has something else for you. Another thing that I wanted to go over with you today is this kind of epiphany came to me, and that is we all carry positive, negative, good energy, bad energy, love, and it made me start thinking about this pandemic, this COVID-19 that's going around. One of the theories is that it came from a bat or bats. But if one bat can bring the world to its knees, then how much more energy do we as individuals have? And we can't see it. So wouldn't the energy of positivity, of love, which is also invisible, that if we start giving that out, changing the ways we are, and it starts with one person, just like it started with a bat. The analogy of it is if a bat can bring the whole world to its knees, then we as people can make a difference as individuals. I know this podcast reaches other countries, and if there was just one person sprinkled here and there, they spread it to their neighbor or their friend or whatever. This is how it all starts. Last night, I decided to go on Facebook to my business page and see what people were following me. And as I looked at the different profiles, it became all too real as to what people are going through as individuals. From all over, and myself included. I'm going through things myself, but it became all too real. So when we do things, when we say things, when we put our energy out there, let's do it in love and kindness, because everybody is trying to be happy. Everybody wants love, needs love. With that being said, my hope in this podcast is that I can help some of those people, or even one person who is suffering either physically or emotionally. And knowing that you're not alone, that there are a lot of people that all feel the same, even if they look like their life is so together, because people try to paint that picture, but it's not always the reality. And so if we could all be kinder to each other, spread the love, spread the positivity, and spread the energy, I think the world would be just a little bit nicer place to live. So let's try to make each other's story just a little bit better. I thank you for listening, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.